Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25, is that I want to show you a couple of articles on how this devil, all right, Esau, Edom, is moving, all right, with these policies. All right, with these unrighteous decrees, all in the guise of peace. And that's why a lot of people are going to be destroyed, all right, in these last days, all right, by this devil, because he's coming in as a flood. He knows his time is short. So what you see in front of your screen, NY Governor Hochul says National Guard may replace the healthcare workers, right? So, and who's she going to replace them with? Foreigners, okay? Those that are from other countries that are willing to comply with this procedure. All right, let me show you another article. Wyoming National Guard arrives at a Campbell County Memorial Hospital and is running the pillow equipment, okay? Bus driver shortage has states looking to National Guard to transport kids to school. All right? Let's get another, because I'm painting a picture here. Let's get another one. Check this out. Montana, all right, deploys National Guard to a hospital. Okay? National Guard deployed to aid southern Indiana. Notice how all these National Guards from around the country, all right, are being called by the states to assist, all right, in the shortages because of this pandemic, right? National Guard being deployed to struggling Kentucky hospital. You know, you got the National Guard with the hurricane. National Guard deployed to southeast Georgia. And the list goes on. Okay? Is there any more? National Guard deployed to assist Portland hospitals. Tennessee. South Dakota. Oregon. And on and on and on. So, once again, let's read this. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Right, because what does he want? He wants his new world order. All right? In order for him to obtain it, he has to bring in the troops. All right? Because he knows he's going to get a lot of pushback. All right? And then notice how the troops are being strategically implanted. All right? And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Right? All in the guise of peace and safety. Right? He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Right? Because Yahweh Shai is coming to take this devil out of power. Okay? Let's get another scripture. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as shall fall upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. Oh, the National Guard's coming in, all right, to bring in peace and safety, stability. There's shortages. There's not enough employment, enough workers, employees going around, right? But this is all set up for what? Let's read this. State of emergency. Because this is what's happening right now. This is a state of emergency, right? Okay. A state of emergency or emergency power is a situation in which a government is empowered to be able to put through policies that it would normally not be permitted to do for the safety and protection of their citizens. Huh? Ring a bell? A government could declare such a state during a natural disaster, civil unrest, armed conflict, medical, pandemic, or epidemic, or other biosecurity risk. Justitium is the equivalent in Roman law. Notice how they're associating state of emergency policies, okay, up to date to the Roman law. The Roman. This is how you know America, the whore that sitteth upon the beast, okay, and the beast is NATO, okay, what do they push out? The image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire. A concept in which the Roman Senate could put forward a final decree that was not subject to dispute, yet helped save lives in times of strife. Right, because how can you dispute against a state of emergency? Oh, this is because of a natural disaster. All right, this is because of a medical pandemic. You get it? But here's the point. State of emergency can also be used as a rationale or a pretext. Let's get into that word pretext. Excuse. False excuse. Alleged reason. Supposed grounds. Guise. A ploy. A masquerade. A mask. A cloak. A veil. I like that. Cloak. An excuse. All right. A charade. For suspending rights and freedom guaranteed under a country's constitution or basic law. Sometimes through martial law or revoking habeas corpus. This is clearly where we're heading to. This is why they're doing all this. This is the excuse, all right? There's not enough worker bees around. All right, we got to bring in the National Guard because they're being implanted for martial law. Okay? And all under the guise of peace and safety. All right? And by peace and safety, all right, this devil's going to destroy many. Psalm 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And clearly, these Edomites, these so-called white people, starting with the elite, the Illuminati, they have war in their heart. Okay? Even against their own race. But most specifically against us, the nation of Israel, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, that's why you had that footage of that worker bee at the FDA talking about shooting Jake, okay, with a dart flute, whatever one you want to call it, a dart stick. You know, I forgot I don't know the terminology. You know, if you want to look up the terminology of what he's talking about, but yeah, all right, because they know a lot of our people are refusing this procedure. His words are softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right. And his sword is against our people, okay? And those that want to go against his agenda, his NWO. There's going to be chaos in these streets, man. All right? Now, here's another reason why I brought this out. I want to show you this article because I want to show you the mentality of these Edomites, okay? And how all you jakes that go out and vote, all you jakes that trust in this devil, you have no idea who you putting your trust in, okay? Kidnapping, assassination, and a London shootout inside the CIA secret war plans against WikiLeaks. Right, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, all right, released video of America's brutality, the American military's brutality on innocent people, okay? Well, the scriptures talk about whoever perished being innocent, so-called innocent. We'll just use that right for right now. All right. 2 journalists and a couple of civilians that had nothing to do with the war on with being an insurgent got lit up, and it clearly was murder. And he released it, and now you have the CIA. Okay, and of course they're talking about Trump administration wanted to get rid of this guy, take him out, clip him. All right. So this is the mind of Esau Edom. Okay. That's why woe to you that trust in Egypt. Let me get that scripture. Or I'm just going with the spirit. We're done with this. Woe. You know what? Isaiah 30 and 30. Yeah, excuse me. Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add to sin. Right. It's not, not only are you going against the Lord, all right, committing adultery with another man's wife, eating pork, eating shrimp, okay, not letting your beard grow if you can grow a beard, okay. What's another thing? Denying who you are as a people. You're an Israelite, yet you want to add sin to sin by voting in this BS democracy, so-called. Okay, you want to trust in this devil, okay, and his procedure. Okay, and that's spiritual idolatry in itself, because that's a religion. Okay, with this whole procedure and this so-called science. 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, that have now asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right. But yet this man is moving like this. Okay. And this is who you want to trust in? That's why a lot of our people are going to die. It just makes it makes total sense. 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right. Okay. Because, hey, this devil's coming through. He's coming in. He's planting himself, and he's about to open up. Okay, on you wicked jakes. That ain't right. And guess what? This is how they move it. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O power, Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Right. And this is why what we pray to the Lord, to keep us protected. Okay. In these last days, to watch over us. Okay. Shield us from our enemy, Esau Edom. 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Right. And that's another reason why I wanted to bring this out, because this was a secret council amongst the Trump administration and the CIA. This is what they were talking about behind the scenes. Clipping this guy. One of their own, by the way, because this is an Edomite. So what about us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? All right? This is 2021. This is a year of hastening on to the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're an Israelite. You should know this devil's been against you. Look at what's going on at the border. Okay? Both now, it's northern and southern kingdom catching hell at the border, while this devil's on a horse. Okay? Which that's spiritual in itself. I've seen servants on horses. Right? I don't want to jack it up. Was it servants, horses, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right. That scene. All right. Those shots from the border. That was spiritual. Okay? Remember, Esau, Edom looks down upon us. He looks at us as slaves, all right, as expendables, useless eaters. Psalm 64, verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, right? And who whet their tongue like a sword, meaning their policies, all right? These state of emergency, unrighteous decrees, okay? Which are against us. 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, right? And they don't fear the Lord, okay? You can clearly see it by these Edomites' behaviors. 5, they incur themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right, and this is why they're doing what they're doing. They're like, who's seeing us? Okay? The Lord is not in none of his thoughts, okay, in terms of fearing the Lord. In fact, the only thing that they are doing is building the space farce to fight the Lord, because they believe they can win, and then they're deceived, because the deceiving deceiver is, with wisdom and strength. Okay, the deceived and deceiver are his, roughly paraphrasing it. 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, meaning they love doing wickedness. They get deep into being wicked. That's why this whole pandemic with the pharmakia, okay, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. 7, but the Most High power Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right. All right. And this is coming to the ultimately to the destruction. All right. Because this is all leading up. All right. To first the digital all being made mandatory. And then, of course, World War III. All right. And then on top of that, you're going to have a civil war here in America. Okay. That's another reason why they got these troops ready to go. Because they see it. 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. And these are yahoos make literally, dropping a dime on the CIA and the Trump administration, which, what's the difference between the Trump administration and Biden administration? There is no difference. Okay. Literally, Operation Warp Speed, that was under the Trump administration. And the Trump administration just gave the football, since you clowns love watching sports anyway, gave the football, gave him a lateral fucking pass and said, here you go, Joe. Continue moving forward, down to the goalposts, which we control the goalposts anyway. We like moving the anyway, for you sports, all right, worshipers. By the way, all you clowns that talk about American football is a culture. Yeah, what you're saying is that you worship American football. Okay? Look that word up, culture. Look up the root word cult. And that's why you Americans, right? You're dumbasses, man. I look at you Americans as fucking morons. And the why do y'all bashing me out shy for waking me up to this truth and really pulling me away from the American way, because this shit is the American way is an abomination. It's fucking moronic. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's a bunch of morons. 9. Well, you know what? It's my word, moronic. If the word wasn't created, I create words. All right, I'm creating a word because, hey, you fucking devils, you Edomites, you always creating fucking words. All right, what makes you see? That's the thing. All right, that's why our people gotta wake up. All right, you giving this devil too much power. Okay, who authorized him to start creating all these different words? Okay, these new speech. Who gave this devil, all right, the authorization? You gotta start questioning this devil. Okay. Slack for going off on a tangent. 9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High power, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. Right, because ultimately this is of the Lord. He's creating this up, man, because, hey, prophecy has to be fulfilled. All right, the Lord has to come back, and right, so this has to happen so the Lord could come back. 10. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Right, so when I see articles like this, and this, and this, and this, hey, I know the Lord's coming back, okay? I'm putting my trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. I am not putting my trust in America, okay, and its institution, all right, who are literally thinking like this behind the scenes. So, and you can read this for yourself. I'm not going to read it. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. This devil's being exposed. All right, he's moving in. All right, he knows he's got to, all right, get his NWO, okay, started. So he's going to do whatever he can to get it because he knows he has a short time. And for the few that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and abad. Babal shalom.